Hello again. So in this video, I will show you how I modeled these helical gears. You can see that I have two right here on the screen. The smaller one, which is the pinion, and here the bigger one. Now the pinion, which is the smaller gear, has a number of 15 teeth, and the bigger one has 30. So it is a gear ratio of 1 to 2. You can also see that the helix angle of these two gears lie in opposite direction. The helix angle here is lying this way, and this other one is lying this other way. So I'm going to walk you through step by step on how I designed it. So, but before then, I'll also show you the parameters for these gears. That's the gear specifications. So let me show you that. So this is the gear specifications. For the bigger gear, the pitch circle diameter is 75. So this is the pitch circle diameter, 75. Then it has 30 number of teeth. The number of teeth is 30. So to get the module, to work out the module, divide the pitch circle diameter by the number of teeth to get the module. And the module is an important factor to determine the specifications for the tooth profile itself. So I'm going to use these calculations to work out the tooth profile. You can see here the tooth thickness is pi. Pi is 3.14 times the module divided by 2, and this gives me the tooth thickness. And the addendum. Now from here, from this tip to the pitch circle diameter is the addendum, and from the pitch circle diameter to the root diameter, which is this, is the dedendum. So from this point to this point is 1, the addendum is 1, and the dedendum is 1.25. So the tooth depth is the sum of the addendum and dedendum times the module, which gives me 5.625. So I'm going to use this to design the profile when I start this very drawing. And here is the root diameter. This is the root diameter. This is 68.75. So this is actually the diameter I will use to start off this drawing. So let's now move to a new page and get started. Okay, so here is a new page. So what I will first do here is to set up my drawing units. So I'll type U, type on units, then do my setup right here. So on the length type, I will choose decimal, which is already highlighted. On precision, I'm going to change it to 0. Then on insertion scale, I choose millimeters. That is already there. Now this other ones will remain the way they are. This is angle type. I'll choose decimal degrees, and precision also remains 0. So enter OK for this setup. Okay, so since this is also a 3D modeling exercise, I have to choose a 3D modeling workspace. So I will come up right here and click on this arrow and choose 3D modeling, or come down to the status bar here, click on this star icon, and also choose 3D modeling. Whichever way, you will still find the 3D modeling there. Again, I'm going to switch the view to top to start the very drawing. So click on this and choose top. Okay. Okay, so I'll now draw a circle of 68.75 diameter, which is the root diameter of this very gear. So draw a circle of diameter 68.75. Okay, I'll zoom in on it. Okay, so I'll now design the tooth profile, and from the parameters I have, the tooth thickness is 3.9 5.25 and the tooth depth is 5.625. So I'll draw a rectangle of 3.925 by 5.625. Okay, so I'll now draw a line of 2 and check the auto mode to keep that line horizontal. Now draw a line of 2. Move this line from the midpoint and drop it right here. Okay, now use the arc command. Click on start end direction. Click on this. Then generate a curve and uncheck the auto mode to generate that curve. So I should be alright. Okay, so now use the mirror command. Click on mirror command to mirror this. Click on this point and check the auto mode to keep that line steady. Okay, then exit this. Now remove this rectangle and draw a line to close this up. Alright, now use the join command to join this up. So click on the modify panel, click on join and join this up. Okay, so this is the tooth profile. Now click on the move command, click on move and move it from this point and drop it at the quadrant point of this circle right here. Okay, so let me move this one down. Click on the move command, move it down by 0.2. Okay. Okay, so I'll draw a circle at the center, draw a circle of 25. Then click on the offset command and enter 7 as offset. Then offset this circle and also offset this. Okay. So next I will switch to isometric view. So come to the view panel, click on this and choose Southeast isometric. Okay, this view should be okay. Now draw a line from the center. Draw a line vertically of 20. Okay. Now copy these 3 lines from this point and drop it here. Okay. Now press put this circle to a height of 20. So click on the press pull command. Click on this and press put to a height of 20. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to use the Helix command to create a helix. So come to the draw panel, click on this and click on Helix. Then locate the center of this circle as the base point. Then click on this. Click on it again at the second point. Then right click and choose turns. Okay, so one full turn will give me 360 degrees, but I just want about 25 degrees turn. So that will give me about 0.07 to be able to get that 25 degrees. So I enter 0.07, then click, specify the height. This is the height. Click on this as the height. Okay, so this is the helix angle for this very gear tooth profile. So I will now use the extrude command to extrude this along this path. So come to the modeling panel and click on extrude, then click on this profile, right click and enter, right click again and choose path, and click on the path which is this. Okay, let me now switch to shade of gray and continue the drawing. Click on shade of gray. Okay, so I'm going to use the press pull command to pull out this circle, which is the shaft hole. So click on the press pull command and pull this out. Okay. Also, I'm going to pull this down by 3 mm. So click on the press pull command, click in between those two circles and pull it down by 3. Okay, now turn it over again, turn this over, and also pull this one in by 3. Alright, and enter, now return. Okay, so next now I'm going to use the polar array command to array this. So come to the modify panel, click on this and choose polar array. Now click on this and click on the center of this 3D object. Now I have 6, but I right click and choose 30, since that's the number of the teeth. Click on items and enter 30 and exit this command. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do now is to use the union command to join all this up. Enter. Okay, so I now have one 3D solid. Okay, so next I will now have to apply fillet on the roots of this gear tooth. So I'll type F for fillet edge, choose fillet edge, right click and choose a radius of 1.2 and begin to apply these fillets. Okay, so that's the gear. So next I'll have to also fillet these edges. So type F again for fillet edge. Type F. Choose fillet edge, and this time make it a radius of 1. Then fillet this, and also this. And turn around again and fillet the other side. Exit. So fillet this, and this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so move it aside now and remove the construction lines. Exit. Okay, so here is the bigger one. Okay, so here is the gear. That's the first one. So let's now design the second one. I'm going to move this one aside a little. Okay, so let's start the second gear. Now let's see the specification for the second one. Now again, I'm going to start with the root diameter. So this is the second gear, and the root diameter is 31.25. So let's move on to the second one right now. So draw a circle of 31.25 as the root diameter. Okay. Tooth profile for this is the same as the big one, so I'm going to use the same specification. So draw a rectangle of 3.925 by 5.625. Okay. So again, draw a line of 2. Enter. Then move the line. Move this line from this point and drop it here. Again, use the arc command and choose start end direction. Okay, this point, and then create a curve, and check this and create a curve. That should be right. Now use the mirror command to mirror this. Click on the modify panel and choose mirror. Click on this. Okay, then remove this rectangle and close it up. Right. Then with the join command, join it up. Right click and choose join. Okay. So I'm going to move this one again over here. Click on the move command and move this from this point and drop it at the quadrant point of this very circle. Okay. Now I'm going to isolate this one and concentrate on this. So click on this, right click and isolate object. Okay, so let me now concentrate on this. I bring that back when I'm through with this. So I'm going to move this one down by 0.2. Click on the move command. Move it down by 0.2. Okay. The circle of 12 diameter from the center. Enter 12. Alright, now offset these two circles by 3. Click on the offset command and enter 3. Then offset this by 3 inwards. So offset this one by 3. Okay. Again, I'm going to switch the view now to isometric view. Let me choose this. Okay. Again, draw a line of 20 from the center upwards. Enter 20. Okay. Now copy these 3 circles and drop it at that point. So click on the copy command and copy these 3 circles. Pick it from this center and drop it here. Okay, so again I'm going to use the helix command to create a helix. But before then I also have to use the press pull command to pull this up to this height. So click on the press pull command, press pull this up to this point, enter. Let me switch to wireframe to see the alright. So I now have to use the helix command to create a helix. So click on the draw panel and choose helix, and click at the center of this very circle. That's the base point. Now specify the base radius is this. The top is also at the very spot. So do that twice. Now number of turns is the same, 0.07. This will give me about 25 degrees. So right click and choose turns and enter 0.07 and enter. Then click on the path. So now click on the height of the helix, which is this. Just enter there. So this is the helix path now. So what I'll do here now is to use the mirror command to mirror this to the left. But before I do that, I'll also have to change the UCS to front. So come to the coordinates panel, click on this and change it to front. Alright, so now mirror this to the left. Click on the modify panel and click on mirror. Then click on this helix, put here as a point. Then mirror and enter. Okay, now remove this. Okay, so again I'll have to use the extrude command to extrude this very one along this path of the helix. So click on extrude, click on this to profile, enter, and click on right click and choose path. Then click on this path. Okay, so that is the gear tooth. So next, let me switch this to shade of gray. Alright, so with the press pull command, I'm going to pull out this very circle here to create the shaft hole. So click on the press pull command and push out this hole. Okay. And also I'm going to create a recess here. So click on this as well and pull down to a depth of 3. Right. Over again and also pull this one by 3. Click on the press pull command and push this one in by 3 as well. And exit this command. Okay, switch this one to top. Alright, so I will now have to use the polar array command to array this gear tooth. So come to the modify panel and click on polar array. Then click on this and locate the center of the very circle. Now I have 6. Now the number I've set here is 15. So I right click, click on items and enter 15. And exit this command. Union command to join them all up. So click on union command and highlight the whole of this and enter. Okay, so again I'll have to apply fillet at the root of this gear tooth. Let me turn it around. Okay, so type F for fillet edge. Choose fillet edge. Again, the radius is 1.2. 1.2 radius. And right click again and choose chain. Begin to apply this. So that's the. Then I have to also apply fillet edge on these sharp corners. So type F. Click on fillet edge. And just make it 0.5 this time, or 0.6. Enter. Select these portions as well. Enter. So turn it around. So apply fillet edge on this other side as well. Make it 0.6. Okay. Okay. Lines. Okay. Okay, so I'll now bring back the bigger circle. So right click and enter End Object Isolation. Okay, so here are the two gears now. Let's switch to. Okay, so here are the two gears now. This one apart. So let's look at the center distance between them. Okay, so the center distance between the two gears is 56. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line. Draw a line from this center, the center of the circle, and draw a line of 56. Okay. So I'm not going to move this one from the center. We can move this from the center and drop it at this point. Okay. So remove this construction line. So let's see how it looks like on realistic view. Okay, so here are the two gears now in mesh. Here are the two gears. So what I'll do now is to give them color and also create a background for these gears. So I'm going to right click on this. I click on these two gears and choose a color. Okay, let me choose a color for this. This one should be alright. Okay, so I now have to create a background color for it as well. So come over to the toolbar and click on Visualize. Now click on this sun Click on sun status. Now adjust disclosure settings. Okay, so I'm going to create a background first. So switch on the environment light. Also come here and turn on the background light. Then click on background. Now click on this and also choose the color. So if I click on solid will give me just one color, and gradient will give me up to 2 colors. So I choose gradient. Now for the first, click on the top color. Let me make it bright. Let me choose this. Enter. Okay. Down color. I think I better choose this. Click OK. Also click OK. Alright, so I can close this window. Okay, so here's the drawing now completed. So you can see the two girls now in mesh. Completed. So thank you for watching, and please do subscribe for more tutorials.